been trying to make these hits, I don't think that I can miss. I'm not playing with this shit, now I got them on the wrist. Feel like Curry from the three, I ball like I'm in the league. I told Shawty take a pic, cause it's either him or me. Oh yeah, that's the way it goes. I just got a DM, told her see you at the show. Spend a couple racks and I go and get some more. Told me I should slow down, but I told him what for. Hey, told him what for. I don't need opinions, dog, just keep it on the low. I've been in the gym, dog, I'm shooting like a pro. I can't trust nobody, cause you really never know. Lately they been calling, I don't know you shit. Saying that they ain't know me back then. Tryna get by, did this all myself. Now they all hit me up, I don't need your help. Like whoa, whoa, I can never let it go, whoa. So I got them like whoa, whoa, I can never let it go, whoa. Now I got them like lately they been calling, I don't know you shit. Saying that they ain't know me back then. Tryna get by, did this all myself. Now they all hit me up, I don't need your help. Like whoa, whoa, I can never let it go, whoa. So I got them like whoa, whoa, I can never let it go, whoa. Now I got them right. Hey, I've been trying to make these hits, I don't think that I can miss. I'm not playing with this shit, now I got them on the wrist. Feel like Curry from the three, I ball like I'm in the league. I told Shawty take a pic, cause it's either him or me. Oh yeah, that's the way it goes. I just got a DM, told her see you at the show. Spend a couple racks and I go and get some more. Told me I should slow down, but I told him what for. Hey, told him what for. I don't need opinions, dog, just keep it on the low. I've been in the gym, dog, I'm shooting like a pro. I can't trust nobody, cause you really never know. Lately they been calling, I don't know you shit. Saying that they ain't know me back then. Tryna get by, did this all myself. Now they all hit me up, I don't need your help. Like whoa, whoa, I can never let it go, whoa. So I got them like whoa, whoa, I can never let it go, whoa. Now I got them like lately they been calling, I don't know you shit. Saying that they ain't know me back then. Tryna get by, did this all myself. Now they all hit me up, I don't need your help. Like whoa, whoa, I can never let it go, whoa. So I got them like whoa, whoa, I can never let it go, whoa. Now I got them right. Hey, I've been trying to make these hits, I don't think that I can miss. I'm not playing with this shit, now I got them on the wrist. Feel like Curry from the three, I ball like I'm in the league. I told Shawty take a pic, cause it's either him or me. Oh yeah, that's the way it goes. I just got a DM, told her see you at the show. Spend a couple racks and I go and get some more. Told me I should slow down, but I told him what for. Hey, told him what for. I don't need opinions, dog, just keep it on the low. I've been in the gym, dog, I'm shooting like a pro. I can't trust nobody, cause you really never know. Lately they been calling, I don't know you shit. Saying that they ain't know me back then. Tryna get by, did this all myself. Now they all hit me up, I don't need your help. Like whoa, whoa, I can never let it go, whoa. So I got them like whoa, whoa, I can never let it go, whoa. Now I got them like they been calling, I don't know you shit. Saying that they ain't know me back then. Tryna get by, did this all myself. Now they all hit me up, I don't need your help. Like, whoa, whoa, I can never let it go. So I got 'em like, whoa, whoa, I can never let it go. Now I got 'em right. Hey, I've been trying to make these hits, I don't think that I can miss. I'm not playing with this shit, now I got 'em on the wrist. Feel like Curry from the three, I ball like I'm in the league. I told Shawty take a pic, cause it's either him or me. Oh yeah, that's the way it goes. I just got a DM, told her see you at the show. Spend a couple racks and I go and get some more. Told me I should slow down, but I told him what for. Hey, told him what for. I don't need opinions, dog, just keep it on the low. I've been in the gym, dog, I'm shooting like a pro. I can't trust nobody, cause you really never know. Lately they been calling, I don't know you shit. Saying that they ain't know me back then. Tryna get by, did this all myself. Now they all hit me up, I don't need your help. Like, whoa, whoa, I can never let it go. So I got 'em like, whoa, whoa, I can never let it go. Now I got 'em like, lately they been calling, I don't know you shit. Saying that they ain't know me back then. Tryna get by, did this all myself. Now they all hit me up, I don't need your help. Like, whoa, whoa, I can never let it go. So I got 'em like, whoa, whoa, I can never let it go. Now I got 'em right. Hey, I've been trying to make these hits, I don't think that I can miss. I'm not playing with this shit, now I got 'em on the wrist. Feel like Curry from the three, I ball like I'm in the league. I told Shawty take a pic, cause it's either him or me. Oh yeah, that's the way it goes. I just got a DM, told her see you at the show. Spend a couple racks and I go and get some more. Told me I should slow down, but I told him what for. Hey, told him what for. I don't need opinions, dog, just keep it on the low. I've been in the gym, dog, I'm shooting like a pro. I can't trust nobody, cause you really never know. Lately they been calling, I don't know you shit. Saying that they ain't know me back then. Tryna get by, did this all myself. Now they all hit me up, I don't need your help. Like, whoa, whoa, I can never let it go. So I got 'em like, whoa, whoa, I can never let it go. Now I got 'em like, lately they been calling, I don't know you shit. Saying that they ain't know me back then. Tryna get by, did this all myself. Now they all hit me up, I don't need your help. Like, whoa, whoa, I can never let it go. So I got 'em like, whoa, whoa, I can never let it go. Now I got 'em right. Hey, I've been trying to make these hits, I don't think that I can miss. I'm not playing with this shit, now I got 'em on the wrist. Feel like Curry from the three, I ball like I'm in the league. I told Shawty take a pic, cause it's either him or me. Oh yeah, that's the way it goes. I just got a DM, told her see you at the show. Spend a couple racks and I go and get some more. Told me I should slow down, but I told him what for. Hey, told him what for. I don't need opinions, dog, just keep it on the low. I've been in the gym, dog, I'm shooting like a pro. I can't trust nobody, cause you really never know. Lately they been
Yo, what's good, everybody? We back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Wednesday, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already, man. My name is Jeremy Jones, and I make content about sneakers and, of course, occasional try-on hauls. We got Music Mondays, and, of course, man, so if you like content about sneakers, you are in the right place, man. Y'all see the title, but I'm going to let my homie go ahead and introduce himself.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? Hey, sorry I missed my Music Monday. Things had me tied up. Back now for Wednesday sold out. So yeah, let's go. I'm ready to get into it.
Most definitely, man. So tonight's topic, I'm gonna hit the chat here in just a second, but tonight's topic, it says leak document shows that retailer rules for releasing sneakers. Nike document that got released. So I want to talk about that so we can finally see what's this truth behind something. Say like how many of us have always heard like, hey, they got buy protection, they got this or they got that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or what's the rules to say this? And then I don't know if you've been to any like local like of your picked up a pair of sneakers before, like not recently anyway, but what I've learned after doing these like pickup vlogs and stuff, each store, even though they're all in the same vicinity, I'll say they're no more than like 20 miles from each other, right? Worst case scenario. One thing about these foot stores, right? It seems like every store follows the rules slightly different. And I'll give you guys a little example of what I mean.
Yeah.
So most definitely. So let me give you an example of what I mean. So basically, whenever Yeezys finally started getting releasing in Foot Locker and them, one of the rumors that used to be out there back in the day is that if the Yeezy doesn't sell out, which at this time every Yeezy was selling out, but what they're saying, like if the Yeezy don't sell out, they have to ship it back to Adidas. That was one of the rumors for a long time. Now, I learned that in my area, majority of the stores don't do that or didn't do that. And then there are certain stores, it all depends on each location. Some of them say, yeah, we have to ship it back. But they would also end it with, it's going to sell out, so we're not really worried. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they have to ship it back to Adidas. That was like an unwritten, like unspoken official rule, which there may have been some truth to it and may not. So tonight's article, pretty much what I'm going to pull up, we got Complex. They got an article on it. So basically, what are the rules, right, that Nike has for these foot sites? And that's what I've been very curious for myself. So I definitely want to dissect that tonight, see what that's all about. Let me hit the chat real quick. Looks like we got Kwame in the building. Says, yo, what up, Kwame? We got Brosar77 says, yo, what up? We got Mr. 314 says, call me Mr. I'm my year 12 White Crush Burgundy raffle winner. Unfortunately, I went for my little cousin size. Dang. So you got them, but you ain't get them in your size. Either way, a W is a W. Kwame says, most definitely. Kwame says, that's nice you hit for your cousin and they fire. Mr. 314 says, if for her birthday / graduation gift. Kwame says, that's awesome. Mr. 314 says, it's awesome for her, but I just paid the resale price for my shoe. I mean, the other ones drop tomorrow. I mean, the white ones drop again tomorrow, like for first come, first serve. I mean, you should have waited till after that. The price probably going to drop then. But he said, which wasn't bad. So the prices, I think, aren't through the roof on this shoe anyway. Manu the Kicks in the building says, what's the word chat? Let's see. We got.
What's going on, Manny?
What up, Manny? Kwame says, Kwame says, yo, Manny, and Brosar says, hit both pairs. Congrats on the W. So he hit on both pairs of the I'm on year 12.
Nice.
I'm still on the fence of, do I really want the I'm on year 12s? How do you feel about them now that we've gotten official releases, Dunks?
Everybody seems to want the white pair. Me personally, I like the black pair better. Can I see myself with them? Nah, probably not.
I personally, I agree with you.
It's nice.
I agree with you. I like personally the white pair. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Like, either pair is okay. The ashy black, now that I've seen it kind of on feet videos, they don't look half bad. And then I don't know. I think the black pair is one of those you're gonna.
So the white pair leather, right?
Yeah, they leather, but that burgundy part is like that suede-ish type of material.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think it's one of those. The black pair is not gonna go appreciate it until you see it in hand and on feet. More on feet videos start to fly out.
Yeah.
That's just my thoughts on it. Um,
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Yeah.
Most definitely. Mr. 314 says, nah, I'm not patient like that. Okay, got you. I mean, even though it comes out tomorrow. So I mean, you must got a real short, like patient. You must be very impatient. Um, Dan Anderson says, hello all. What up, Dan? Um, Manny with the kick
Yo,
says
what's up?
salute. Manny with the kick says salutes to Jones and Dunks plus Kwame. Um, J Rod says,
Yo,
what
what's
up?
going on, Manny?
Manny with the kick says the white pair of nice for retail. Yeah. And like I said, I'm still on the fence. Plus, I got my eye on some back heat like from years ago. And I'm trying to stack my chips for that personally, but I can't tell y'all what it is because I ain't secured it yet.
Yeah.
But I know when y'all see it, y'all gonna be like, wow, you know what I'm saying? But bills come first, responsibilities come first, and then stacking up for that cost. Um, let's see. Mr. 314 says, yeah, patient level 0. I believe it. I believe you. Also, I think the white pair is more limited. Rumor has it the white pair is more limited. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. J Rod says, I regret not using the 10% code on eBay. Dang, don't say that. But they're gonna put more out because I definitely used it on my last purchase. And then I'm definitely like these little 20. It seems like I think honestly right now, country just in like a tough spot because a lot of places are starting to offer more and more discount codes are still floating around, man. So I think they're gonna be more. Um, Definitely, with things coming in, even with taxes right here, I don't think everybody getting it back like it this year. So everybody noticing a difference this year. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. From the past
Yeah,
couple of years.
most definitely. So something ain't right. Last year was all right, and this year I'm like, man, I'm not happy. Um,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. Mr. 214 says, well, my white pair is secured, so I'm happy. Says, but later, Skippy and Lord Dunks. All right, Mr. 314.
Hey, peace out.
Yeah, appreciate you for coming through. Man with the kick says cars, fours, and Black Jones.
Sample pair.
Nah, I don't know about a sample. I don't know nothing about a sample pair no more. That was a luck up. I don't know.
Hey, well, hey,
We'll
maybe.
see. Honestly, to be 100, the black pair, I would just be getting it just because, like, to say I got it. I don't know. Speaking of which, I noticed one thing I didn't have in my actual like closet was like a pair of black jeans. And I finally so more videos coming soon on the try on haul. But it's like, man, I noticed when I got like those when I got certain color shoes, I'm like, man, this would look nice with a pair. Like me, I'm a white guy and I wore the jeans, not white guy, but white t-shirt guy. Let me clarify. Totally came out wrong. But yeah, like I'm a white tee guy, so I'm like finally starting to cross over to that black world. You know what I mean? Granted, I always been in it, but y'all know what I mean. Black designer world, clothing.
Black attire.
Yeah, black attire. There we go. J Rod says, pause, white guy. I caught myself, my bad. Mr. 314 says, about to fruit roll up if you catch my drift. Got you. I speak the same lingo. Dunks knows.
Yeah.
Dunks knows, and Dunks in the family business. You know what I'm saying? So he and anybody can relate. It's definitely him. But to this topic, man, I want to pretty much go down the rabbit hole. There, I'm gonna put out the list that's kind of already been floating around on Twitter. I'm gonna share my screen here just to show y'all what it is. So this is kind of the rules, and I'm gonna break down complex article as well, guys. So pretty much this is the like leak thing of what this is the rules that Nike sets out for the people who have, I guess, like a Nike account and sell their product. This was supposed to be confidentiality, so this is all alleged, and in our opinion, I don't know if any of this is true, just in case, because I definitely I can't battle Nike. So I don't know if this is true or not, but this is floating around on the internet. I'm just reading what's out on here, so attack the source, not me. Let's see. It says high heat lunch product. So first bullet says time of release. High heat lunch product may not be sold before 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific time of lunch date, whether sold from brick and mortar stores or approved digital stores, unless otherwise directed by Nike with prior written approval. Right. So, I mean, does this supposed to be like narrowing down on the backdooring thing? I guess this doesn't really cover it. Like, because I mean, how do they? This is my thing. How they even gonna
Yeah,
know if people are selling them early or not? I mean, people are gonna run their mouth, but I mean, usually when they say like, "Oh, Foot Locker," well, most likely ain't a Foot Locker store, but we'll say like, well, actually, yeah, we've seen Foot Locker drop shoes a week early because they were off a scheduled date by accident, and it was only select ones. Not all of them got the memo, or
yeah,
not to do it. So, I mean, how do you know though? Because you can say, "Hey, this Foot Locker in," we'll just use a random state, right? We'll say the Foot Locker in New York, or no, because that one I think too popular. But we'll say like the Foot Locker,
Minnesota, just Minnesota.
Minnesota, Minnesota. How many Foot Lockers do you think are in Minnesota? I know at least.
So
Go ahead.
I say, yeah, because they that would definitely be a place that probably didn't get the memo. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Got you. Right, exactly. Manu with the Kick says talking to Bob Marley right now. Some nukem. Okay, I'm about to re up. I'm about to re up on that Mike Tyson joint. Just FY, if y'all haven't tried the Mike Tyson joint, amazing. I'm not saying because it's Mike Tyson, but it definitely.
Yeah,
I'm definitely glad we got those in the area, man. So I'm about to re up on some stuff. Definitely, bring the weekend in right, man.
oh yeah,
So Bullet 2 on this says 1 unit per customer. Now they do advertises, but I mean, yeah, it feels like every last one of these stores are going to break this rule. But it says 1 unit per customer, meaning I guess only one person can buy the shoe because that's kind of how sneakers app is. Unless like it just sits there, they'll
Mhm.
let you go back and buy multiple pairs. But like at the beginning of the lunch, there's only one person, one shoe per like account. But it says sale of high heat lunch. We got to break down what is a high, and I think that's what Complex breaks down. So I definitely want to. I want to get this out of this what's out here, and then I want to go down and read what is actually like high heat lunch. And I'm guessing like I mean because that's could easily be debatable, but I guess like it's one of those like if they're dropping like we'll say like a Travis Scott, which not many Foot Lockers get Travis Scott's. Is usually if they do get a hype shoe like a Foot Locker ones, it most likely will be the Foot Locker in Cali and a Foot Locker in New York, and they just say F the rest of them. You
yeah,
know, um,
and that's a big if.
yeah, it's a huge if, and that's just how I know how the game rolls. Um, Jay Brooks says just picked up some Tyson today. Okay, I know you loving it. I know you loving it. I like the vape version, and I love. I'm about to get the dry joint. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
then we got all the different things. So yep. Let's see. Let's see. J Rod says, "Are you buying the hype of Lost and Founds going up in price once the MJ movie drops?" Yes, I am, because we're basing this off of The Last Dance. When that dropped, and it was multiple series, right? But when that dropped,
Mhm.
every Jordan like I don't say every majority of the Jordan sneakers went up. Those Jordan 5s that came out that year, they came out
Mhm.
swinging. That I feel like that had a problem to do with the lost and founds. The reason it broke the freaking app and all the other apps. I think that was one of the problems that we were still going off the hype of that, even though they came out later. Um,
Yeah.
People was wanting that Chicago one because it was in the movie. So yeah, it's
Mhm.
gonna spark some attention to it, and it's gonna bring out the people who are family oriented more. But they're gonna, dang man, I missed these when I was a child. I'm gonna see what it is. Blah 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 blah. Oh, I really want these. I don't think about it. It's gonna bring out people who always probably was wanting to be a sneakerhead, but then reality hit and they became a family, which there's nothing wrong with that. They put their priorities first, which is a good thing. And then they slowly creep back into it. And then it's like,
I feel like that's me. I feel like that's me, honestly.
yeah, but
You know.
and then yeah, basically exactly what Dunks did. Like, and I'm good. I took a break. I was always one foot in, one foot out. I never fully left. But then
Yeah.
Dunks, we can say Dunks fully left, but then Dunks came back. It's like, oh, okay, cool. And then all the stuff that we're going through and talking about, I guarantee it jogs you. It takes you down memory lane.
That's what that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you said all that, and I was like, man, you hitting like all the points pretty much played out how I did it. Like I
Right,
was
and
always into it, stopped, lived life, had a family, and got back into it.
right. And then it's got Ben Affleck in it. He's a great actor. People are gonna. This is a thing. They're gonna bring out. people who just said forget it, and then they're gonna bring like, hey, I've way more better financially stable myself, took care of my family. Cool. Let me look at what it takes to get this. In fact, right when I was in the barbershop, dude was sad part is what he had on. I don't see why he would pay resale for it, but neither here nor there. There were some Tim boots, but one of the dudes on bar was like, man, them joints is fresh, this, that, and the third. And he was like, where you get them joints at? Because I ain't seen them nowhere. He's like, Stock X, Stock. It took the barber a minute because the barber didn't know what Stock X was. You know me, my ears is tingling because I know the whole, I'm about to tell him. So homie ends it with like, yeah, I get all my shoes from Stock X because they're check them authentic, they're guaranteed authentic, this, that, and the third.
He must have saw what you had on your feet, so you tried to talk his shit.
That's the thing. Where I was sitting, he couldn't see my feet, and and I didn't even see his feet until finally I was able to get up because long story short, I was getting my hair retwisted, right? So the part of the shop where it is, I just could hear it. So anyway, I saw him, I'm like, man, what the fuck, and he started bragging on how basically he was giving StockX as like major praise, and not to take shots at people who really like StockX, but I was like, man, you ain't in the game,
You
but
just don't know.
yeah, you just don't know. Like, I'm not saying StockX isn't trustworthy, but you still need to, what I'm saying? He was so confident. He's like, yeah, I just buy from there. I get all my shoes from there, stress free, this, that, and the third, easy. And I'm like, don't I ask any of us in the chat. It's like, hey, we still gonna be thinking about it, but I left it alone because I'm like, you know what, homie, happy. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to kill nobody's spirit just cause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And who buys Tim's from StockX?
They were I think they're the beef and broccoli joints, but I guess they had.
Still.
What up?
I said, still. Why would you buy?
Yeah.
Sure, they produce enough beef and brocks to where you can get a pair in the store.
He didn't know where to look, and he just honestly, I think homie was just trying to flex just cause. You know what I'm saying?
I never been to New York, but I'm sure Timberland stores are staples in New York. I'm sure they have hundreds, of Timberland stores. So
right. Let me hit the chat. Man of the Kick says Mike Tyson's what flavor? I get it's called Runts. Man with the Kick says most definitely Rod. Jay Brooks says Man with the Kick says Fight Night and some glass apple. Okay, I definitely need to try those. J. Ross says, should I trade my turtle dove for a pair of Chicago's? That's a tough one for me. That's a tough one.
I mean, personally, you know what I would do. But
you would trade. Dunks would trade up everybody.
Heartbeat, yeah.
Dunks not even thinking about it. Me, because the Doves hold a special place in my heart. That's why, like, for me, that's a tough one, man.
Of course.
That's a tough one because it's like my Doves are like sentimental value. You know what I'm saying?
Why,
like,
what happened?
Huh?
Care to share? So you care to share?
Just basically when the V1 versions were the hardest Yeezys to ever get when they first dropped. You wasn't gonna get them for retail, and the resale price at the time where resale was still kind of like slowly there. It was one of those like, yo, I'm not giving you. Back then it was a lot of money compared to what the average resale stuff is. So I'm like, man, I'm going off, and I'm like, they gonna put them out again.
I'm not giving you $350.
I'm not giving you. Yeah, and then little did I know, it's like, hey, that's probably a good deal, but at the time it sounded crazy. Yeah, basically, like, I'm not paying you that when a shoe costs this, because it was that time where it's like, yo, I give you an extra, at best, an extra $80, and we call it good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's on a like homie being greedy. So yeah, it's tough now, man. It's definitely different now. But yeah, that's a tough call. But honestly, if I could do both. But I would say, like, honestly, depends on how good the condition those Chicago's is, and how. I mean, I would say this: go ahead and do it, and then because the Yeezy Turtle Doves, they're not up there, they're not crazy on there. You could easily obtain that back months
and then
later.
Once again, I said that this movie is about to drop in like another month.
Yeah.
So think about how much the Chicago's alone are gonna go for it.
Yeah, you might as well go
So
and do it and catch those Yeezys on the back end because the Ye stuff is still kind of like 50-50. Yeah, they're gonna continue to close out the deal and sell the remaining Yeezys, but I mean, after that, then what? And then honestly, Ye, who's to say they do say him and Adidas do make up and they start back business again, this and the third, and agree to complete the entire contract, which I think ended in 2025. Don't quote me. Um, who's to say he won't go on another rant and make the stock go down again? You know what I'm saying? Like it's you know what I'm saying?
hmm which I'm sure this probably was gonna happen. He's hey, don't matter what you said, don't matter how you feel, and they can try to make it sound how they want. You got a contract to fulfill.
Right.
You know, we didn't
Right.
let you go. We just put you off. We because they technically never stopped selling his shit. All they
Right.
did was took a break from him, and they say, "All right, now come back, finish this contract."
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Exactly. Like, hey, hey, things don't die down. We got shit.
we gave you a little moment. Now come back. You know,
Right.
come back to work.
Pretty much. Let me hit the rest of the chat. J Ross says, let me guess, the guy also wears the StockX chip on the shoe. No, I didn't see that on there. I didn't see that on there. Slayer says StockX RIP. Yeah, that's what I said. I ain't want to put him in there because if he would have tried to argue me, that's another thing too. I'd rather just go back and forth with people who just been in the game. Like going back and forth with somebody who hasn't been in the game, they would think I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nope, don't even do it. Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause if he would have hit me with any type of rebuttal, I would have been like laughing and giggling and shit. Cause I know it's like, damn, are you really that green? You know, but I'm like, you know what? He happy. Plus, I don't think, and I don't know. I said, are they really gonna make some fake beef and broccoli? So I left it alone. And
Yeah,
looking at his style is like what I'm looking at and what you looking at, he ain't finna. You know what I'm saying? He thinking he getting good deals on stuff that he could probably just, if he took his time, and probably still in the store. You know what I'm saying?
go get go get them for the what I don't know 180, 190 they probably cost in the store, compared to paying probably 300 for them on StockX.
Right. So he think he doing something. But Man with the Kick says, good looks, bros. I'm gonna check it out. Most definitely. Says buying some Timberland from Scam X and they UA, I'm dead. Hey, I don't know. I'm just saying that's what he said. I don't know if they're UA or not. Come on, Manny. Um Jay Brooks says, I saw a StockX chip on the ones in up. Looks like we got a new subscriber in the
Oh,
building, man. We got Simon Stanhope. They just subscribed.
okay.
Appreciate the subscription, homie. Smash that like button. Another thing I need to preach on here. Y'all smash that like button, man, as y'all come in and out of this joint. But
Sure.
most definitely, most definitely. Jay Brooks says, I saw StockX chip on someone's at some ones at the mall, which he's saying Jordan ones at the mall last weekend. Didn't know that was still a thing, especially after the issue they've had. I had Rock Mine on there. Actually, what I used to do, I used to tuck my joint like in the heel on my Travis. That's the only show I ever brought from StockX, the Jordan 4 Travis's. I used to tuck it on the side. I'm like, I ain't gonna see it, but if anybody try to play me, I'm gonna just whip it out. Pause.
There's
But
a funny story. There's a random one hanging on one of my lockers at work.
why?
I don't know. It's just there.
Somebody
There's
just
a
cried at
random
that
one
joint.
just hanging. Yeah, it's just randomly hanging on one of the lockers at work.
Wow. Interesting. Kwame says, I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, it was a little thing. It was a thing for a little bit, man, to keep it 100. And it comes back from probably my generation where we used to, we used to leave the tags and everything on the fitteds and everything. You know what I'm saying? It was a thing, Kwame. Yeah, it's definitely a thing. Jay Brooks says, red voice from Friday. I'm gonna tuck mine in. Hey, that was me though. I was like, what I'm saying? Everybody was like either letting the hangout pause, like they're letting their chains hang out, or in this case, it would be the StockX tag. And I was like, yo, hey, Debo, put that shit on. Like, I was putting, hey, tuck it in. That's why I just did it on the, like, because especially how the forwards is, sometimes I would tuck it behind the wing, or I would just tuck it inside the heel of my, because it was enough string to tuck in there. So, like, I was like, all right, I ain't going to be that guy. But just in case, since somebody
Yeah.
try to play me, I'm going to just play.
Yeah, I'm saying because the other dudes gonna get met with, hey, what size is them? They my size. Give them to
Hey. But yeah, that was me. I was red pretty much. J Rod said he's white and whipping it out now.
Wow,
Chill.
yo, come on.
I gotta stay focused, man.
Oh man, they on
Hey,
you tonight.
they owe me, man. Chill. I did not. I said I meant like
Oh
white
man,
tees. I was talking
yeah,
white t-shirts.
that Tyson knock you out. Oh,
He on the right thing though. I'm gonna be honest. When I had it like a couple times during the live, like I want to say last year. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even feel like every time. Just felt like it was on live for like 2 minutes. I was like, damn. I was going for two. That's when I was doing 2 hours back in the day, man.
yeah,
I was like, man,
yeah.
that was easy. But Man with the Kick says, whoa, whip it out. My bad, hella pause. My bad, man. Y'all laughing at me. But yeah, so long story short, yeah, I used to do the StockX tag joint. Yeah, it was a thing. But yeah, he was proud of it. And I was like, man, I'm not gonna kill this dude's like, confidence or anything. And he had his young child with him too. And I'm like, man, that dude, and he probably could easily, I don't want to. I did this one time, right? Quick story time, real quick. I did this to somebody one time, right? I was hanging out with them or whatever, and they whipped out. They know I'm a stinker person. They went and they pulled out like, no matter how I say this, I'm gonna have to just say pause. But they was like, yo, look what I got. They're super excited, and they pulled out a pair of Travis Scott ones, the highs, the high joints, the not the fragments. They were just the regular ones. The first one, the brown joints. They pulled them out, and like I was like, oh, and then like instantly my brain, I went to legit checking, and then like, yo, let me see the box. And so, long story short, I figured out that remember a lot of people don't remember this, but the Travis Scott highs didn't come in like the kid sizes; they just came in like the adult sizes. So this person had a kid size, and I was like, and there's like I looked at, I was like, as I started looking, I'm like, yo, the box, and I compared. They had so many other Jordan ones. I compared the boxes and everything. I'm like, yo, I was like, these aren't, I was like, hey, they ain't real. And they're like, what you mean? They're like, I got, and this is it. What's funny? They's like, I got them from Stock X. They hit me with that, right? And I was like, yeah, but they don't make this size.
Mm-hmm.
And once the more I went down the rabbit hole, and then I compared the boxes, and I'm like, and you think Nike would do this? See the shades different. You see how bigger this box is compared to this box. Like I literally, like before I knew it, you know how you know you wrong? Because or how I knew I went too far. You know how the person went from arguing to the point where they was debating you to the point they just got silent, but you don't realize it because I kept on and this, and this,
putting their head down and shit.
Yeah, they just put their head down, like they got super quiet, and then like how I was like, damn, they ain't saying. I was like, oh, and then I said, but nobody ain't gonna know, blah 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 blah, and then so they pretty much let me know they had pretty much got their money back off of that shit because of what I said. But when they told me, I was like, what the hell? Does like at first when I was telling them in person, I was like, I don't care, man. You right, ain't nobody. They agreed with me, and then 2 weeks later, like, yeah, I got my money back. I was like, I thought you said you didn't care, and they was like, yeah, but then I thought about it, and then you were right, and I was like, damn, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh yeah, of course I think you do.
Oh man,
whatever you pay for StockX for.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure if it was a size that's not normally made, I'm sure it was probably a little extra on StockX because they probably say it's a rare size,
Yeah, that's what I said. They even told
me
the
uneducated,
and they told me that was the most they ever paid for a shoe. So I don't know how much they paid in it. I didn't ask them, but they said, hey, they said, man, this is the most I ever paid for a shoe too. And then once they saw it, because it's funny fact, don't want to say no names, but let's just say this happened also years ago, and ironically, one of the people that's a resale store out in your area, you can pick which one, but the most popular one that everybody knows, the owner got caught lacking trying to get that same shoe in his store because a person had a quote unquote a lot of customs, right? In that size. They were custom. And so he was like, they were custom. So he was going to sell them as Travis. I'm not going to say no names. Y'all just got to figure it out. Dunks, you know what store I'm talking about. And there, I'll say this. It's a resale store in Vegas. I'm pretty sure y'all got more than one. But long story short, if you want to go down a rabbit hole, he pretty much
we catch your drift.
Right. That's my point. So pretty much he had that smaller size, right? And then us sneakerheads, our spidey sense started tingling, and people started making videos and reacting to it. He took them off and gave them back. That's the thing. He not only was he gonna sell them, but so what happened was he met the dude at a sneaker games, right? And it's like basically a sneaker event. And then he pretty much said, the dude said, I'm selling them for this price. So he said, okay, cool. How about you consign with me, aka put them in my store, and we'll put them at he named like $20 over or $40 over, and that way you get back your money that you want for them originally, and I just keep the $20 and $40 extra. And dude was like, that's fair. That's fair. And so, but then as we went down the rabbit hole, like they didn't make these. And then so pretty much he didn't address the issue. He just ignored it like he normally does. And then he took them off his website because he knew it was about to be a backlash. You know, the thing is, if we really go down the rabbit hole, homie been really lacking for quite some years now. You know, it's just coming it slowly comes to the forefront.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me hit the chat real quick.
Well, I mean, and now you got to think.
Go ahead.
I'll say, well, and now you got to think, since the Not Tripping, since he made the video on him, it's out there now for more of the world to see, you know? Yeah.
Well,
so it's just, just destroy his reputation even more.
And that's what, low-key Troller did, right? But Troll just did it too. Troll wasn't wrong. He just did it too good.
Yeah, Not Tripping mentioned him in the video, He didn't mention his name, but he mentioned the what happened, the incident.
Exactly. And that's why I said Troll just did it. Troll just did it perfect. And let me clarify perfect. There was errors in Troll's video, but he was still spot on and he still got his point across. There's errors in my video all the time. That's not taking shot at Troll, but I'm just saying, like, in general, nobody's perfect, but he still got the point across, and I still believe him to this day. And I just like, you're mad because what people have been speculating for so long, nobody actually ever just tried it, or if they tried it, they just shut the hell up and got their money. You know what I'm saying? Troll had a heart. Troll had a heart, and he knew where his intention was on that video. That's why I always say salute to Troll, man.
Yeah, but you see, what this guy's head is at, because it seems like every little thing he literally responds to it personally, not like his PRs and people. It's him personally responding to it.
Yeah,
so it lets you know just how how I guess truthful he is too. Because if it wasn't true, you wouldn't get so upset about certain things,
right? Or he would just address it he would move a different way. He may have started out
because people could criticize.
People could have.
What's up? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm saying, people criticize like Louis Vuitton and all these other brands every day.
Right.
Do you ever see them replying to any of this?
Oh, no, not at all. You know what I'm saying? They know it's up. And, it just is what it is. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he originally started out with good intentions. And then, as the stuff gets tougher and your audience grow, a lot of people can't really
greed gets bigger.
And the greed gets bigger, but a lot of these people low key that once you started out making it profit and then your stuff blows up, not everybody can survive the big hits. And we can think of, like, what's the one clothing brand I think you had put me on? That where basically the seller it started out as like a joke, but it went viral, and then next thing
social club.
Exactly, same concept. He started out local. Yeah, started out local and then blew up, and it got beyond their control with the orders. Simple. And it can happen to the best. With saying you can put that in the same instance with a lot of these resale stores. I don't care. Honestly, it's getting to the point, and I know I'm switching off the topic because this is technically balls in resale. A lot of these resale stores honestly, I think it's about to be to the point where only the OGs are gonna be around, and pretty much I think that is GOAT and uh Flight Club, and because they've been in the game and they actually got it. Rumor has it, and allegedly, they got pretty much retail stores that are investors into the stores that take care of them. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a thing.
But
So
what's gonna happen when the retail stores phase out?
yeah, I mean they've
Well,
already been slimming them down.
I don't think that they'll ever really phase out because not everybody is into Jordans. Some people are just there just to buy shoes. Some people's not into the hype stuff. You got your
Yeah,
everyday people who just want a pair of shoes. You know, so
some people just enjoy malls, man.
they
You know
need
what I'm saying?
something
And
down. Yeah, yeah,
some
exactly.
people,
Yeah,
yeah, some people just enjoy that type of experience and just see what you got and try something different. I mean, Dunks, I think we can attest to
exactly.
this where we grew up from. Hell, as small as our mall was, we was in that motherfucker damn near every day at one point.
Yeah,
So I
yep.
mean, that's just some people just like the
Mm-hmm.
experience, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, let me hit the
Yeah.
chat.
Oh
Let me hit
yeah.
the chat. Men with the Kick says Jones promoting his only fan on the live, just playing. Yeah, I see you got jokes. Um, I think this is Xanaxis or Xanax. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. If I'm saying it wrong, forgive me. He says, "Yeah, take those retailers down, Nike." I think they should definitely get them into shape, but I think they should have secret shoppers and or just secret situations randomly pull up without warning. Just be like, hey, we can pull up at any point. Track a couple stores with the tracking number when
Yeah.
the product's supposed to be there, and then randomly pull up 2 days or one day before. Pull up one day before the release date and see how many shoes are physically in the boxes. Hey, random openly in inventory. We want to check. It's our product. And I know it sounds like a lot of work, but I mean,
Exactly.
it could debunk, and they got the money to do it. So I know it's going to cost more into their
Yeah,
profits,
of course.
but I mean, instead of just raising a shoe every
I
10 or
mean, what's that?
$15, go ahead.
Yeah, but what's that one time thing or two time thing a year compared to the money they're gonna make and the money they can see if they can get this to actually stop?
Facts.
You
I
know,
agree with
to
you.
do this 2 times, 3 times a year.
Yeah, I agree with you. So I think, yeah, they can afford it. You know what I'm saying? If you really care about your people
Hmm.
supporting your product, they made a chat. Man with the Kick said,
Hmm.
y'all want to see if ScamX researched the Jordan 1 Soulfly and Black Size 9 PS Soulfly owner is the only one with them. I ain't even gonna put that in, but yeah, there's like rumor has it, right? Also, right, the Soulfly Jordan 1, the green and orange joints. Apparently, yeah, I think we're talking about the same thing. I've seen this actually. I've seen this on somebody put this has been floating around. So on the Jordan 1 Soulfly, you may be right about the black joints, but I think rumor is with the it's the same thing with the orange and green ones too. Rumor has it is it's hard to find a size 9 in the orange and green joints. I thought, and it could just be the black pair. To be honest, I haven't seen the Soulfly Jordan 1 black pairs at all on anything sold on any side. Not that I've been looking, but I looked on eBay one time. It ain't even pull up. It ain't even pull up. So I'm like, that may be some truth. But I heard that, yeah, on the orange pair, size 9 is very limited, and only the owner got one pair because he got, obviously he got to get the shoe super early before everybody else. But I don't know. But I think it may be the black pair. I may have it confused. Kwame says, I miss hitting the mall and seeing what was on the shelf. Not they empty. Yeah, most of the malls are empty. And but yeah, a lot of the stores, that was a good thing. Like I remember when I was doing YouTube where I was only coming with like one video a week. I actually just started mall vlogging every weekend. That's why I said I'm gonna do one video a week. Like that was enough. And it's not. But at the time I thought I was doing something, and yeah, I miss hitting the mall vlogs and
Yeah.
again, never, if y'all ever go down the rabbit hole and check out one of my mall blogs, that Black Cat 4s had them in my hand, not 1 week, but 2 weeks in a row in my hand, in my size, and back down on them because I'm like, they're gonna drop to at that time, like they're gonna drop to sale, and then I'm gonna come get my joints. Wrong. The shoe was up, been up. That shoe went up $1,000. On the
You haven't
resale
seen him
market.
since. You haven't seen him really since.
Nope. And I'm kicking my every day, and
Yeah,
I
no.
got
Somebody was just selling a pair.
and I who was selling the pair?
No, I saw somebody selling a pair for 1,100.
Yeah,
For
see?
1,100.
See, every day I kick myself in the
Crazy.
foot. Every day I kick myself for like, man, why didn't you not get that shoe? You had like, not only of y'all know I'm telling the truth, it's on cam. I'm vlogging like, I ain't gonna wait. Like, literally, it's my thumbnail. And the thing is,
Man, hey, yo, I'm gonna check this out. Yo, I'm gonna find this video. Watch
people
it.
comment, yeah, somebody commented on there like, if only you knew what that shoe would be now back then. Damn, me, absolutely right. I didn't know what I had in my hand. Even the owner was like, "You sure?" Like, I thought he was just gassing. Like, look, I'm gonna be back next week. I'm gonna get y'all put these joints down for 120-ish. I'm gonna take them. You know what I'm saying?
And you gotta think at that time, it was still more of the patent era. People were still more into patent, and to have an all black Jordan 4,
Ashy suede at that. Ashy suede black Jordan.
Nobody wasn't checking for no all black 4 like that. They wanted the Bapes and the patent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was a different time back then, but the fit I had on, that shoe would have went perfect. I thought I was doing something with the fit I had on in the vlog. I wasn't, but it is what it is, man. Come with the game. Every time I be seeing that shoe, like, should I get? I'm just like, man, nah, they can keep it because I had that one in my hand. Like, that one is like that, and I would just love to have a Nike check on it.
Yeah,
on the back. So let me hit the check real quick. Kwame says, read that one. Jay Brooks says, man, the days of the Mar releases were great. The Concord 11 back in 2011 was the wildest one I ever saw. Yep, I remember those days. And that one, yeah, hence I paid. Yeah, it crossed over, and I paid resale for that joint. I had to. That was probably one of the first. I was the first shoe I paid resale for, but that one was like, I still had that one. I went to my normal DTLR. Them joint, they already had a line. Yeah, it was crazy. Never forget it. Man with the Kick says AI stayed with the bread force. Then 1100 Shishi. Yeah, exactly. He said, I'll stay with the bread force. Yeah, saw that today. What he had on the sold out Discord, man. Manny pulled out them bread force. I need to dust my joints off, man. I'm definitely making some moves on Friday, even though the weather's not supposed to be that great. But I still got to do what I got to do to be great myself.
Is your paint chipping yet?
Is my what?
Your paint on the your 4s.
Nah, not yet.
Because those 4s are notorious for the black paint chipping.
Nah, my joints ain't chipping yet. I'm gonna need a good restore somewhere I can trust too, because like I want to even though I fixed my my P-Rod joints, it's good, but at the same time, it's like I wanted somebody. I mean, I guess they was gonna do mine wasn't that bad, but I'm saying because they don't need paint or anything. But I'm just curious,
or just get them, just strip that factory paint off and get a more durable paint anyway. The one that won't crack and fade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to look into that. Let's see. Manny says Nike 2024 Jordan 4 Black Cat reimagined. Nah, F that, the original. I mean, true. I heard, yeah. It's like I said, I think they should just leave it alone. Jay Brooks says a reimagined Great 5. Let's go. With shoelaces. I hate it when they did the Fresh Prince, like the Bel Air 5s. I don't know if you know this, Dunks. They did a great white and gray. Yeah. And they took them where they had their whole loops, but they didn't put them in there. I'm like, that's how he wore them in the show. But just give us the grape. Fun fact: I had the white grape 5s, sold them because I couldn't get them off with any fit, and they just was they looked like super church Sunday for me. So I had the great
Yeah.
fives, like not the laces, no laces joint. I had the ones before that one, and I got rid of them.
Yeah.
I'm almost
Did you see that they released the metallic fives with no laces?
not.
They only released three pair, and
I
it was supposed to commemorate season 2 of the Fresh Prince.
I didn't
There's
see
only
that.
three pair made, yeah, and it's
I didn't.
by get no other than guess who?
Who?
Sotheby, the same ones who did the biggies,
Oh, interesting.
and they got I don't know if you saw that they got all six of Jordan's championship shoes signed by him on display in Dubai.
Oh wow, did not know that.
Yeah, yeah, but those threes, man. I mean those metallic fives. They only released three pair. I'm like, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. I don't even know why I even
But
thought I was
still,
gonna have a chance at those biggies.
yeah, but still, no laces. That kills it. It don't matter how many pair you put out. In my opinion, it's just the whole no laces thing kills it for me. You know?
Yeah, I remember, and you may not know this, Dunks, but this is how long I've been in just into sneaker YouTube. I ain't gonna say no names, everybody, but I remember when those no laces, no holes, like they had the hole, you could see the whole indent, but it wasn't actually punched through yet.
Yeah.
So I remember when they dropped those great fives, they one particular YouTuber, um, and I'm not gonna say no names, this is all alleged. So they put out a video of like somebody in their area who was a professional at poking the holes out of the shoe if you wanted your holes poked out of the shoe. Pause. But if you wanted the lace hole opened, if you want them to like punch the lace holes in it, which to keep in mind, Nike had the indent of the line. So you
Yeah.
honestly, if you just take some time, you can do it yourself. Just gotta be a little
So yeah,
careful.
they're like just perforated or like pretty much like just they're there, ready for use, pretty much. You know?
Right. And so they put out there like ship them to this person and they'll do it for $80 a pop. And so another YouTuber was like, you charging $80 for this? Like you can just go to Home Depot and get all the shit yourself and do it. Like, like they typed the videos like, yo, poking the like open laces, like whatever their video was, they did the same thing. They said with the knife and they put them in it. I'm like, please don't fall for this. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, literally, you can get just a sharp object and literally pierce through that, you know, and boom, you got lace holes.
Right. Pretty much. And then it was like, even if you mess up, once you put the shoestrings in there, you're not even gonna notice you messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Too funny. Back in the day, too funny, man. But Jay Brooks says I'm not a big fan of fives. I'm very selective on the fives myself. That was J Rod, my bad. Jay Brooks says, AJ at J Rod, I only like certain ones. Honestly, that's me. That's my mindset. Many of the
Yeah.
kids says they hit Brooks 100 and Jordan 6 infrared reimagined and Raptor Jordan 7. Huh? Um, keep them sevens. Yeah, all right. But I rock with you, Manny. Let me get back to this article real quick. Kind of got on like a little memory down there. Been on this joint for almost an hour, man. Y'all smash this like button, sub up if y'all haven't done so already. We're gonna be on this joint for like another 30 minutes and we're gonna close things out. But let me get back to the rest of this article real quick and break this down. So I think I left off where the stores are supposed to be doing 1 unit per customer. Sale
Yeah.
of high lunch products must be limited to 1 unit per customer. Customers should only be permitted to purchase additional units after all shopping customers on the lunch date have had an opportunity to make a purchase, which I had already said that before reading it. So you can tell how long I noticed there's got to be some truth to this because this is basically how it's supposed to go. Now, do the stores follow it? That's debatable and alleged. Um, Random Drawing says to equip to manage distribution of limited quantities of product, customers should use random drawings to provide all interested customers with a chance to purchase high heat lunch products. Type of drawings is the Dex bullet says sales of high heat lunch product lunch product must be managed through one of the following methods: online drawing, which winners purchase in store drawing, winners purchase in store, online drawing, winners purchase online if only distribution is authorized by Nike. So to break all that down, it's kind of one of those. If you use the Flex app, you win on the Flex app, but then you can go pick up in-store drawing. Basically, if you win like a raffle ticket, then you can go pick up. But see, that's it can easily be so rigged. They can't. Nike needs to audit this shit because I don't. This is seems straightforward, but people bend the rules. Ain't nobody checking. In my opinion, allegedly, I don't know. And C says the online drawing says winners purchase online, and then the only store that's doing that, well, actually a lot of stores are actually doing. I'm wrong, where you can order online and ship to you. So I mean, you can do the drawing like I'm My Year does that. They do like a drawing, and then if you win, you purchase, and then Travis Scott do that. So it's only approved by Nike. So I didn't know that. That's kind of interesting. Foot Locker does that too. They do a random drawing where you can use the ship home to me option. So they've been approved. So a lot of them stores are slowly doing that. And then I think with Dick's Paws Sporting Goods, they how they get it where you can go in that little random. You're supposed to be randomly selected once you get in a waiting queue. So this is what Flex App do. A lot of them got their own different ways of doing it. So I know Finish Line and JD are the same, but they got a huge raffling thing of how they do things too. Requirements of drawing says, let's see, there must be a clearly defined time period and deadline to submit entries. The open time period to submit an entry should be no less than 1 hour. So, okay, got you. So this is the document that's been floating around. So I want to touch on Complex's article real quick. So this is what kind of brought it here. It says leaked Nike document shows retailer rules for releasing sneakers. So I read that in the beginning. So I do want to break this down. So Bruce says Nike has updated its rules for how retailers in North America carrying its most coveted shoes are allowed to release them. According to the confidential document from the brand that was viewed by Complex, this latest version of Nike's North American product launch policy from this month spells out that what brand partners accounts are and aren't allowed to do when it comes to selling. Which that's a document I just read to you guys. So he's kind of breaking it down in depth of what it kind of goes for. This is an article from Brandon Dunn, which y'all know he's on the full size run episode. So pretty cool dude. He definitely stays up on sneakers, man. So Lucis, this is coming from Complex, says the updated Nike North America product launch policy was distributed to retailers toward the end of February. So this is quote unquote new. If he's talking about this year. In a statement to Complex this week, Nike confirmed that it had made changes to the policy. Got you. So they're going to go down in depth. Nike recently updated its product launch policy in North America, US, and Canada to ensure a consistent approach to marketing, distribution, and sale of launch product across market partner channels. The brand said Nike takes customer experiences and protection extremely seriously and has updated its product launch policy to support orderly distribution and prioritize authentic customer access to Nike product. So this is their slow, this is like, hey, I'm gonna give y'all a spanking on the hand, but if we have to take it to another measure, because keep in mind we had that rumor where Nike was going to be opening up more stores, and apparently they're going to be doing major stuff. So let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. Many of the guidelines and the launch policy are new or particularly revealing. There are speculations around not selling to resellers and preventing bots. Okay, so they got something a little bit more in depth than what's floating around on that paper. So it says not selling to resellers and preventing bots from compromising launches. For example, the reflect Nike public-facing stances. Still, it confines exactly how stores in North America are expected to handle general release and more limited edition drops. So apparently, there's new document they're going to go against you're supposed to fight against bots and you're supposed to do a fair raffle is what I'm getting from it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me hit the chat. High heat versus general release products. See, that's what I want to know. What's like the difference? Because the last article, it really only covered like quote unquote high heat. The policy doesn't cover all Nike product, just lunch product, which is defined as there are tied to specific release dates. Stores are not allowed to sell these products before their release dates. There are two different tiers of lunch products: high heat and general release. For two different sets of rules apply. General release is lunch product that is common and widely distributed, whereas high heat is lunch product that is particularly scarce or highly coveted by customers. Per the lunch policy, high heat product can include collaborations or quick strike releases. The rules for launching high heat products are stricter than they are for general release product. So Nike already borderline know what's finna go, what we finna go crazy for before we even know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Um,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It says high heat should not be first come, first serve. Nike's product launch policies permits general release products to be sold to customers on a first come, first serve basis, but high heat launch products, the policy says you should only be sold first come, first serve if a store can't host the lunch via random drawing. Further, a store can only release high heat lunches product first come, first serve if it's able to do so in an orderly manner, and they put that in quotations. Like, I mean, who's here? Is there going to be somebody monitoring these guys or checking on them periodically to see if they're actually doing that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
That's my thing. Like, this sounds good. Let me hit the chat real quick. Um, Man with a kick says the Heat Brooks 100, and read that one says Jay Brooks says, I remember that video, Jeremy. I know exactly who you were talking about. Exactly. We don't gotta say no names, but if you know, you know. Man with a kick says, what the Raptor sevens hard in the top five in the sevens list. I mean, if you're gonna put it in the sevens list, then yeah, sure. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
they all right, they good. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, ain't nothing touching those Bordeaux. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Yeah.
The Bordeaux is kings in the sevens in my world. But I'll give you that one. It's definitely top five. Man with the kick says Jordan 7 Bordeaux number one for me. Look at that. Wow. I read your mind. Didn't even read it yet. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of every number one for
Yeah.
everybody in the sevens. SISA says just got back from Mexico and sneakers app there does a 60-minute draw. Been able to hit a few times there. Wow. Lucky.
Right.
Wow, didn't know that. Learned some new info. Salutes to SISA. Welcome. Let me get back to the article here. It says drawings for high heat. The lunch policy makes it clear that random drawings are the preferred method of lunch for high heat products. Stores are allowed to release high heat product through an online drawing where winners buy the item in store, or in-store drawing where winners purchase the item in store, or online drawings where winners purchase the item online. Yeah, so basically this is kind of going down what honestly is crazy. I feel like I could have wrote this article if I really was putting my mindset on this. You know what I'm saying? Because all this is like,
Yeah.
but a lot of us probably already know this. So this has got to be some truth to it. So a lot of these stores, and this is my thing, they may have all that stuff set up, but who's to say they're actually following it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my thing. Stores are required to set a time period for drawing entries that is no less than an hour, and entries must be limited to one per customer. Winners are to be selected per the policy by a random process that is disclosed to customers. Stores are allowed to set a reasonable deadline for winners to claim the items and buy them before the store cancels the winning draws for unclaimed pairs. Yeah, so there's the such thing as leftover day for the people who didn't pick up their pairs. FYI, that's what they need to discuss in this joint. Is leftover really like a legit thing? Because leftover day, every store that I've been to has a different rule. Just
But the same answer.
yeah, same man. Pretty much, you can't get them today, but pretty much that's their like. Nah, we're gonna put them back on the app, or nah, we're gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit the chat. Jay Book says SISA says I'll if around and forgot with a 60-minute draw. Yeah, he said he'll mess around and forget if he mess with a 60-minute draw. Yeah, too much time. I got you. Big Money Sonny says, "Hey yo, what's good? Sold off fam. What up, Big Money?"
Yo, what's up?
Kwame says, "Yo, SISA and Big Money. What up? What up?" Let me hit the rest of this article real quick. Yeah, we definitely got plenty of time. Stores can't charge for entries. Nike, man, okay. Some of them have been. I'm glad that's made official now, but some stores have been doing that like a long time ago. Nike retail partners are prohibited from selling tickets or entries to drawings for lunch products. But this is my thing. I've been at like this one. I try to go get a raffle for a SB Dunk in my area because it was a skate shop that sold it. This is my thing. While you can't officially like, they would say, all right, one raffle ticket for this. Is how they get around it, right? Because I know personally, they'll say, hey, yeah, one free raffle ticket per person. This and the third. They write your name down. But if you want multiple entries, buy this $50 shirt, buy this $50, buy basically buy other products in the store that has to be this much or more. We'll give you an extra one per amount you buy. So if you're willing to go drop what $100 in their store, you got an extra, 5, 6 tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And Nike ain't finna be there checking that. You know what I'm saying? There is a way they're not supposed. That's why they're like, okay, cool. We're not charging. We're not charging for the ticket. You bought the shirt. The ticket came with it extra. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that's the way they should do it, but that's the
There's
thing.
ways around. Ways
Yeah,
around everything.
yeah, there's loopholes around the shit. And they didn't tell you, they didn't advertise that until you got in the store. You know what I'm saying? You get in the store, they're like, hey, yeah, you like basically while we was talking offline, like, okay, cool. You got this, but for an extra 50 spot, you have 2 extra tickets,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty much that's what I'm saying. That's the same scenario. Um
Mm-hmm.
Manuel the Kick says salutes to SISA and Sunny with the sirens, most definitely. Let me read the rest of this joint. Let's see. Nike retail partners are prohibited from requiring customers to buy another product at the store. Oh, that definitely happened. That's why they didn't advertise it. Wow. How ironically, I told y'all what man, I could have wrote this article, but yeah. And keep in mind, this is just updated this February, so this was also way before this policy updated. So apparently, Nike have got wind to people of those stores doing that. We ain't got to say which ones. I ain't saying no name, and this is all alleged. But you know what I'm saying? Nike retail partners are prohibited from requiring customers to buy another product at the store in order to gain entry to a drawing for a lunch product. Stores are not allowed to bundle lunch products with other items and require customers to buy other products in order to gain access to lunch products. Yeah, they had to put that in place. Like, keep in mind this is new, and this article just literally came out today. But I see why y'all see why they got it in place, because look at what I just spit that back to y'all verbatim of what I seen with my own 2 eyes. You know what I'm saying? Actually,
Mm-hmm.
I blogged that joint, but that part I literally didn't focus on that. I just wanted my raffle and got out of there. And it was for some dunks. It was for some SB dunks, but didn't catch that W at all. Sneakers can't be used as prizes. Okay, cool. So that's definitely a new one too. Stores aren't allowed to use lunch products as prizes for promotions or contests. As an example, Nike lunch policy says that stores can't offer lunch products in exchange for customers signing up for a membership program. Stores are prohibited from offering sneakers as prizes, even in connection with charities, unless they are received written approval by Nike. Okay, so I guess they got to get the rent. See, stores been finding like basically what we just said. They do whatever they need to do to find a loophole to get extra money in their pocket after this.
Oh yeah.
Stores aren't allowed to sell to resellers. Oh, very interesting. For this one to be so vague, right? It's literally 2 sentences. I'm about to read here. 2 sentences. It says Nike retail partners are prohibited from selling lunch products to commercial resellers and are meant to sell lunch products only to people for their personal use. The product lunch policy doesn't have any guidelines for how the store should weed out resellers at the lunch. See, it's too vague. That's too vague. They need to get in detail on that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all took the time to get in detail on this prizes and don't charge for entries, but y'all couldn't do that for the resale section. That's part of the biggest problem we got right now that we've been complaining about.
I mean, I would say a rule would be like no person can purchase more than 3 of the same size shoe.
Yeah, but I'm talking, dude, that was for, I feel like, aimed at the backdoor situation.
Mm-hmm.
Saying like, hey, while we can't buy, I know you can't sell us all of them, which I'm pretty sure some stores have. Say like, hey, I'll take two of every size, and I'll give you think about it, if you know the shoe. Say the shoe 190, resell the shoe is averaging 400. You
Yeah.
go up there and you tell them like, hey, I'll give you cash for two pair. If you let me get two pair of shoes in every size, I'll give you cash money. So if the shoe 190, I'll give you to keep in mind the shoe selling for 400. I'll give you 250 for each shoe.
Yeah.
Some people are willing to do that. Like it's and
Oh yeah.
you getting your money back and you definitely gonna be in a positive. You know, so people have done that I know of. I know
Oh
I've seen it on a video where the person have literally, I'm not gonna say who, I ain't even gonna say the location, but basically that's how they were getting all their products. Like it was one person where everybody swarmed by them. I'll never forget. They actually do. They're not popular on YouTube, but it's one of they're a big reseller, and they advertise. Every big YouTuber says like, yeah, I seen where he gets his product from. Trust me, he's getting them directly from the stores, you know. And
yeah.
he admitted he even did a video on it. He didn't show where he got them from or this and the third, but he pulled up in the parking lot. And hell, he barely shows his face. His barely shows his face in the damn
Yeah.
video. But he pulled up basically at the store. He said, I only pay cash. I guess he know he don't want nothing traceable just in case. So,
Yeah. Hmm.
but even he's calmed down for a minute.
Oh yeah.
um Protecting against bots is the next joint. It says um stores that are permitted to sell high heat lunch product online must have commercially reasonable bot protection measures in place, the lunch policy says. Bot protection services should be activated to block suspicious drawing entries and purchase from individual accounts or user profiles, that policy reads, as well as individual or multiple accounts slash user profiles that are associated with suspicious delivery addresses, IP addresses, or suspect of fraudulent forms of payment. So I guess Nike's cracked down on bots, but now they need the rest of these stores to fall in line, which they should have been doing already. But I guess now they finally, this is the new rules. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, Let me see. Nike says it in the policy, the drawings and sales hosted on sneakers app meet these standards for bot protection. Collaborating with Nike, the policy has a brief section explaining that in some instances, stores may be able to partner with Nike to release product. In these cases, they can work with Nike to distribute releases through tools like Nike Sneakers Pass, which allows sneaker users to relieve a pair in the amount and and drip um drip item until it's at that store. Oh my god,
Hmm.
that's crazy. So wow, man, I'm gonna keep reading. He said, um, uh, ranks of the future nobody shows. Um, wow. It says, um, okay, yeah, it says, uh, shoe spelling rings, um, beans in their ears. If my beans, um, pour, wow, and he put, wow, ew. Oh wow, oh wow, wow, oh wow, man. I know that hurt, man. I know that hurt, man. How did it hurt y'all, man? Man, I know that felt good. Let me see some more. Let me see if I can read the rest of y'all, man. Um, let me read the rest of y'all, man. Oh my god. Oh god. Wow. So what you think of them, man?
What's that?
Um, what's her name? Says Percho Piers. Oh wow. It says, let's see. It says, let's see, from oh wow, man, this shit is crazy, man. Nike, I can't believe it, man. I don't think I would have able got them guys. It says, let's see, let's see, Nike, you're up. Oh my god, I wouldn't have read that shit either, man. Oh wow, man, I wouldn't have read that shit at all. It says, let's see, I couldn't even do it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even eat that shit. I couldn't even eat that shit, huh? I couldn't eat that shit. Says, oh wow, I don't know. I don't think I could have did that. Wow, wow. I can't even do that. I couldn't even do that. It says I couldn't even yeah, I couldn't even eat none of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about?
This is the boys that he caught, and he instead of like snelling on everybody, he just went on and just told the truth. Um, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I can do that at all. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Yeah, I don't think that. And hell no. You know what I mean? They whipped them down. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think I could have read any of this. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I would have met anything. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, let's see. Yeah, she read a lot of these things. She said, I don't even think I could have read any of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think I could have even anybody got that at all. Exactly. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. I don't know if I would have made it that whole like time, man. This is crazy. It's crazy for real. But yeah, man. I don't know if I should really be hating on the things or not, man. But this nothing kind of provoked everything kind of just nothing surprises me anymore. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I don't know, man. This shit is going to be on a whole nother like level with this shit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I just this is fabulous, and it broke down so much here too. Like we can go on forever on this shit.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
This is crazy, man. Like I ain't want to be the person to be like seem like I'm trying to be like like the bad guy of everything, but this is definitely something different.
Yeah.
Let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see who's up in there. We're gonna about to get ready to close things out, man. We've been on this joint for a little bit. We're gonna close things out for tonight, but let me hit the chat. Um, let's see. Um, we got um we got Kwame says, my local skate park have a thing you brought among so yeah this let me read this one real quick because I'm all over the place on this joint. Let me bring it over here. Let me go back to the main screen because we about to close things out for the night for sure. Let me catch back up on this real quick. My bad, y'all. I'm like all over the place on the joint. But Kwame says, my local skate art have a thing for throughout extra like raffling ticket and allegedly for the move where the come lost hospital like charity. Okay. Kwame says I have never hit an SB there. Oh, okay, got you. So he's never hit on any SBs. Kwame says they're going to the islands with that charity online. Kwame says look like Kwame says for LOL, and Kwame's laughing. So D is laughing. So yeah, man. Pretty much you can see there's a lot of big little changes with this, man. In all honesty, I'm kind of borderline not surprised, but I mean they had to make a change somewhere, as y'all can see, man. And we've been overdue for it. And it finally seems like Nike's finally started to crack it down, man. So I think this year is going to be very interesting because I mean, we do got some heat next week, but we haven't seen like that wow me factor sneaker just yet. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like it's still soon, but we gonna find out by next year. No, correction. By next month, we should know what it is. I mean, we are looking for the lost and founds, but I mean, like, what are we thinking of that's like gonna be 11? You know what I'm saying? What's gonna be the next hot thing? Because
Hmm.
really, past these like past these threes, the lost and found threes, or what the reimagined threes, the black joints, you know, and not too much heat. I mean, there's people feeling the other stuff, but I mean, what major like W do we got right now? You know,
Hmm. I mean
just
the Travises, you know,
those are on it, supposed to be at the end of the month.
yeah.
But I
The,
mean, it's quiet though, so I mean, we ain't gonna know until probably the last couple weeks.
hmm.
So it's really too soon to really tell or cross that call right now.
Yeah.
So do you think these changes are gonna be taking effect and make things better for us to get shoes?
Uh, yeah. I definitely hope so.
Yeah. But I mean, if it doesn't work, do you think Nike's gonna actually crack down and make things better? You think they're gonna start, hey, that was it? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, with the road Nike's been on, I wouldn't be surprised if they start suing these stores personally.
Right. Can you blame them though?
No.
I mean, it is what it is. Let me hit the article, or let me hit the chat. Jay Brooks says UNC fives anyone. I got my threes from the uh, host drop Tuesday. Okay, so like I said there. That's another thing tomorrow too. Before we get on up out of this thing, tomorrow there's supposed to be exclusive access for um the Jordan 3 uh like
Reimagine. Yeah.
reimagined joints. Yeah. There's supposed to be a like pretty much it's supposed to give you a notification, but still keep your eyes on the drop. And I don't know how long time you gotta wait or anything, but apparently they're supposed to be giving like exclusive access. And it's supposed to be like if you already hit on a pair of shoes, you're not supposed to qualify. And if it only qualifies for the people who took an L, you know, who didn't qualify the first time when they did the shock drop, and then for the people who took L's on
Free throw
the
lines.
the free throw line joints from whenever they did it back like a couple or a few years ago, whenever they did like the the pretty much the what am I looking for? Whenever they did the actual drop for those, pretty
Yeah.
much for like the first like three like white cements. So there
Yeah.
was another version where it had like the bottom of it, it had that blue ink on it. So yeah, it's pretty much saying it's supposed to only cater to that, but it still says it's still hit or miss. They don't guarantee, but that's the goal. So I mean, we'll see by tomorrow. So keep your eyes on your phones, everybody. Most definitely. Um, Kwame says, I got the Bluebird 5, so I'm gonna skip the Union 5s. Most definitely. I'm definitely not looking for those. In fact, what are y'all looking for in particular, man? Before we close things out, we're gonna be on for another 2 minutes. Um, really right now, I'm just looking for those. I'm just looking for those. I just want those threes right now for retail. Resale on them's not bad, by the way, either. They've jumped down to the 300s, you know, so they're not that bad obtainable. But I wouldn't mind having um the reimagined threes, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
what are you looking for? Anything in particular?
Uh, Reimagine threes. I'm gonna wait out for the Travises. Might try my hand at those. Mm, I don't know. I might just I'm kind of like you now. I'm more catching stuff. That I wasn't able to get before.
Facts. Facts. So you know where I'm coming from.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You know where I'm coming from. Jay Brooks says at Kwame, I was never able to cop those. Let's see. Manuel Kick says retail travel, Scott Jordan 1 Lowe's. Okay. So he's saying a Jordan 1, the Travis Scott joints. I don't know. I'm on the fence about them. I don't want to say yes. I don't want to say no. I know my mind will let me know when we get closer to that date. For sure. Jay Brooks says resale on the white cement threes is kind of low as the moment. I would act in the next 5 days. Though once the draw and release is over, the price is going back up. I agree. I think over time the price could possibly go back up. So if you don't catch your W by it drops next week. So I mean after that, I'll say give it a few days, and then by then, man, you need to go ahead and do what you got to do. Because I think it's a shoe that's going to go up over time. Not super crazy, but it's going to be up there where it's like you're going to wish you would have bought it sooner.
Yeah.
You know? So, but that pretty much wraps things up for the night, man. We've been on the joint for an hour and 30 minutes. Appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love. Y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel. Hope y'all enjoyed the topic. We will be back on Saturday with another live, another sold out, podcast, another sold out live. So y'all smash the like button. If you like content about sneakers, you're in the right place. Of course, my name is Jeremy Jones, and I make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls, and of course, Music Mondays. And I definitely enjoyed you guys tonight, so I'm gonna let my homie Dunks take us out.
Yo, thanks everybody for joining us. This was definitely a good one. I enjoyed it. We got to see the full breakdown how Nike, once their product sold, hopefully these places can stay by the guidelines, or they could be next under Nike's iron fist. You know what I'm saying? So, just play by the rules, keep everybody happy, and yeah, everything will be good. But yeah, with that, I think we're out, man.
Most definitely, man. We're officially out this thing, man. Peace.
Peace.
Lately they've been calling, I don't know you shit. Saying that they know me, they ain't know me back then. Tryna get by, did this all myself. Now they all hit me up, I don't need your help. Like, whoa, I can never let it go. So I got them like, whoa, I can never let it go. Now I got them really shit. I've been trying to make these hits, I don't think that I can miss. I'm not playing with this shit, now I got them on the feel like Curry from the three. I ball like I'm in the league. I told Shawty take a pic, cause it's either him or me. Oh yeah, that's the way it goes. I just got a DM, told her see you at the show. Spend a couple racks and I go and get some more. Told me I should slow down, but I told him what for. Hey, told him what for. I don't need opinions, dog, just keep it on the low. I've been in the gym, dog, I'm shooting like a pro. I can't trust nobody, cause you really never know. Lately they've been calling, I don't know you shit. Saying that they know me, they ain't know me back then. Tryna get by, did this all myself. Now they all hit me up, I don't need your help. Like, whoa, I can never let it go. So I got them like, whoa, I can never let it go. Now I got them like, lately they've been calling, I don't know you shit. Saying that they know me, they ain't know me back then. Tryna get by, did this all myself. Now they all hit me up, I don't need your help. Like, whoa, I can never let it go. So I got them like, whoa, I can never let it go. Now I got them really shit. I've been trying to make these hits, I don't think that I can miss. I'm not playing with this shit, now I got them on the wrist. Feel like Curry from the three. I ball like I'm in the league. I told Shawty take a pic, cause it's either him or me. Oh yeah, that's the way it goes. I just got a DM, told her see you at the show. Spend a couple racks and I go and get some more. Told me I should slow down, but I told him what for. Hey, told him what for. I don't need opinions, dog, just keep it on the low. I've been in the gym, dog, I'm shooting like a pro. I can't trust nobody, cause you really never know. Lately they've been calling, I don't know you shit. Saying that they know me, they ain't know me back then. Tryna get by, did this all myself. Now they all hit me up, I don't need your help. Like, been calling, I don't know you shit. Saying that they ain't know me back then. Tryna get by, did this all myself. Now they all hit me up, I don't need your help. Like, whoa, whoa, I can never let it go. So I got 'em like, whoa, whoa, I can never let it go. Now I got 'em right. Hey, I've been trying to make these hits. I don't think that I can miss. I'm not playing with this shit. Now I got 'em on the wrist. Feel like Curry from the 3. I ball like I'm in the league. I told Shawty take a pic, cause it's either him or me. Oh yeah, that's the way it goes. I just got a DM, told her see you at the show. Spend a couple racks and I go and get some more. Told me I should slow down, but I told him what for. Hey, told him what for. I don't need opinions, I just keep it on the low. I've been in the gym, dog, I'm shooting like a pro. I can't trust nobody, cause you really never know. Lately they been calling, I don't